Do you feel safe living here in Washington? And why or why not?
I guess it would depend on what part of the city it is. But me personally, I live what they would consider like the bad part of DC, which is in Southeast, which is across town. But in my neighborhood, I do feel safe, yes. In other parts of DC, I wouldn't go to after certain hours.
Okay, so there are some places in DC that you wouldn't recommend us going, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And what about you?
Yeah, I've always felt pretty safe in DC. There's been a few times where I've been walking down the street and realizing I probably shouldn't be walking there alone at that time of night, and then I don't make that mistake again. But generally, my theory is if you're nice to people in your neighborhood, they'll look after you the same way you look after them.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And yeah, do you think that Washington is as dangerous as some people say it is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Working here for 5 years, I can honestly say you get tourists or guests that come here to say, "Oh, I heard DC is so bad. Don't go here. Don't go there," which is not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Like I said, some parts of the area it is unsafe to be in at certain times of the night, but pretty much overall, DC is a safe place to be.
Okay. So as long as you're careful, it's
Exactly.
okay. Yeah. So any of you ever been a victim of crime in like any shape
No.
or form?
DC?
No.
No.
And you don't know anyone who's had it?
Well, I don't know, me personally, I don't know anybody, but I can say around in my neighborhood where I moved at, like 2 years after living there was people getting robbed coming off the bus, like right by my apartment. Like soon as you get off the bus, right by my apartment. I've heard of a guy who got robbed for his tennis shoes and his cell phone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it does happen.
It does happen,
Yeah.
yes, it does. Mainly around Christmas time.
Okay.
So.
Nice. Yeah. And do you think the police do a good job of like?
It depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Literally, it really depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like downtown where you have all the tourists and, you know, different people from everywhere, they pretty much respond quickly. As to if you were like in my neighborhood in Southeast, it may take them a while to get there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are there anything that you believe that, like, politicians could do to reduce crime?
I do.
Laws or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I was coming up, you know, I was like 12 or 13, I do remember police used to like walk the streets, walk the beats, you know, of the neighborhood to get to know the neighborhood, get to know the people in the neighborhood. They don't do that anymore. And I feel as though if they do that, then that will probably cut down on people getting robbed for like cell phones or tennis shoes, you know, anything like that.
Yeah.
I think that would help a lot.
Yeah. As far as politicians go, I mean, do you think there are any rules that they could put up to prevent some of that?
I think as far as politicians, depending on like the councilmen in different wards of the city, they could do a better job of talking to the mayor to get the police out, and you know, depending on what neighborhood it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
it. Thank you.
okay. Thank you.
Welcome.